Welcome to The Tonight Show. Let's get to the news and jokes. Well, guys, after spending 4 days in the hospital, last night, President Trump arrived back at the White House, and it was quite a scene. Take a look.
Walking out the doors of Walter Reed, boarding Marine One for his flight back to the White House, where he marched up the steps.
And then the president, who is still contagious, did something remarkable. He took off his mask, and the president, who is supposed to be in isolation, then walked inside to a room full of people.
There's a lot to unpack here. First, why would he use the White House entrance with the most stairs? I mean, I've never seen him climb those steps in 4 years. I mean, why would he do that now? The Obamas were in perfect shape, and they never climbed those steps. Seriously, I'm not sure it was safe for him to climb 22 steps before COVID. It felt like that famous scene where Rocky climbs up the steps, but everyone behind him is running in the opposite direction. I'm trying to do the reverse of...
The reverse of
yeah. When I want...
No. 1.8 million. No.
Good for him. He made it to the top where he was greeted by some staffers showing off their best. Oh my God, we're so glad to see your back face. Then the big reveal atop the balcony, he took off his mask. And you could almost hear him being like, ta-da! And now for my next trick, I will make everyone in the White House disappear. Trump pulled off that mask like he was revealing that he'd been his twin brother the whole time. You fools, it was me, Ronald. The entire time. That's the craziest thing he's ever done on that balcony. And that's the same place where he looked straight into an eclipse. If you're worried Trump didn't use that mask again, don't be. He then used it to turn every doorknob. Safety first. Safety first. Now you close it.
Ew.
When he got back to the White House, Trump tweeted a video where he once again downplayed the virus. Listen to this.
I just left Walter Reed Medical Center, and it's really something very special. And I learned so much about coronavirus. And one thing that's for certain, don't let it dominate you. Don't be afraid of it. You're going to beat it. And I know there's a risk, there's a danger, but that's okay. And now I'm better, and maybe I'm immune. I don't know.
I don't know. Maybe I'm Spider-Man. Maybe I have Spidey powers, and I could climb up the White House. It feels like that part of the movie where Trump was bitten by a werewolf. It plays it off like it's no big deal. He's like, totally fine, never better. Sure, I howl at the moon and have a taste for humans, but mostly A-okay. Trump's still sick, and he thinks he's immune. He's like, I just tested negative. I just peed on a nasal swab 5 minutes ago. So, can we look into that? Also, I'm pretty sure Trump has become our first vlogger in chief. What's up, fam? It's your boy, DJ T. Just got out of the hospital. Feeling hundo P. Be sure to like and subscribe and check out my merch. Well, after all that, Trump is back in the White House, but it's a very different White House than the one he left just a few days ago. Watch this.
Aides said the diplomatic reception room and the map room are being prepared for workspaces for President Trump at the White House, where many staff members have opted to work from home in the coming days. The West Wing is a total ghost town, said one official who worked at the White House.
Yeah, Trump staffers want to work somewhere safer, so they all book tickets for a Carnival cruise. That's right, the White House is practically empty. Things are so bad today, Trump had to write a tell-all book about himself. Yeah, it is not a great scene over there. Tonight, Trump was outside Melania's door whispering through the keyhole, do you want to build a snowman? But the White House is taking some precautions. For example, the press briefing room was thoroughly sanitized. Take a look at this. There you go, yep. Later, that same guy was seen spraying Diet Coke directly into Trump's mouth. As if all this wasn't crazy enough, it now appears that the top members of the military have also been exposed to the virus.
All but one member of the Joint Chiefs of Staff are now under quarantine. This after a top Coast Guard official tested positive for coronavirus after visiting the White House.
This is nuts. Our top military leaders are working from home. Right now, there's a 4-star general getting really into sourdough bread. It's comforting to know that if someone were to attack, our officials will be quickly trying to figure out a Zoom link. Let's change gears here. I saw that Apple is now involved in a pretty interesting lawsuit. Listen to this.
Apple is suing a former recycling partner in Canada for allegedly not doing its job. Apple claims the recycling company actually resold more than 100,000 iPhones, iPads, and Apple Watches that it was supposed to destroy.
Apple was like, hey, reselling the same phone over and over is our thing. Apparently, the recycling company sold some of the old phones and then kept the rest in a random kitchen drawer like everyone else. This would be worth something someday. Listen to this. Yesterday, Governor Phil Murphy tweeted that Halloween is on in New Jersey this year. Yeah. Halloween's very special in New Jersey. It's the first time parents get to see their kids go door to door making collections.
This is it? I'll be back for the rest tomorrow, and you better have it.
Check this out. I read about a man who paid for a billboard advertising a date with him back in January. And good news, he now has a girlfriend. So it got weird today when there was a giant billboard that said, just made it to first base. And finally, a new study just came out that says dogs aren't hardwired to care about human faces, and there's no part of their brain that can tell the difference between the front and back of humans' heads. Yes, yes, yes. These are the scientific breakthroughs we want right now.
On and on and on. I said, and it's on and on.